In the last episode, I showed you everything about this Legacy, but in this episode, we're actually going to get started working on it. The first step is a bit boring, but it has to be done. Both of the front door handles don't work properly. In fact, the passenger side door is stuck open. The driver's side door is stuck shut. So, with the help of my friend Rapp, we tear into it. Cool. So it's literally got to be seized just on this joint. So I'm gonna smack it with a hammer. So it's this joint right here that I was able to knock loose. And it looks like the cable is seized, not the actual pivot joint here. Alright, so I ordered a new assembly here, but while I'm waiting on that, look what else just arrived here. Ranger Products sent us one of their quick jacks to use for this build series, and we're extremely grateful. I'm gonna look just like that guy. We don't have enough room in the garage for a full-size lift, so this is the best option for us, and we're very excited to use it. The dude's wearing a flat build hat. It should make working on the Legacy much easier this way. But let's try it out on the Escort first to see if it works. Gonna make it a lot easier for me to start working on cars some more out in here in the garage. But yeah, just wanted to try it out with the GX2 first, but let's get back to the Legacy. A couple of days went by and I noticed the rear tire was flat. So I filled that up and went to get the new door latch from the dealership. Alright, well, rather than watching me try to figure this out, I'm just going to jump cut to having this all together. Alright, that was super easy. Let's go ahead and get in the car. Alright, I know this is really boring stuff. I'm gonna get over this really quickly, and we're gonna get to fun stuff, I promise. Eventually. The door shuts. And opens. The next couple of days, if not weeks, amounted to me trying to figure out how to open the driver's side door. I tried forcing it from the inside and the outside, but it seems the lock cable was seized. Literally a cable like this, and it's seized in there, so this doesn't slide. So I tried putting power to the car and trying the unlock button, since the lock module isn't reliant on a key or a handle, but no lock. This brought up more electrical issues that I wasn't aware of. I found that this relay is not hooked into the car, and this is the horn relay. The horn relay was removed by the previous owner, and it didn't take long for me to figure out why. The alarm was going off. Okay, yep. It's midnight right now, and I have 2 roommates. Fun fact. And from the looks of it, the door locks weren't opening because the alarm was going off. I assume the only reason for this is because the ECU must not be the factory ECU, so the key that I have likely isn't programmed to the car. There are a few plugs hanging underneath the dash, so I had a few friends come over and look over the entire electrical system. And with the help of them and a few people on the internet, we figured out what all of the plugs under the dash went to. Unfortunately, they're all test plugs or related to the radio, so nothing that I need to worry about right now. Which means I'll have to tow the car to the dealership to get the key coded to the immobilizer and the ECU. So I scheduled some time with Subaru and continued working on things that had to be done anyway, like making sure everything's hooked up in the engine bay. Yeah, this should just start right up. With the engine all looked over, it was time to see if there was any old fuel running through the fuel lines. And when I took the lid off to the fuel pump, I found something more than just fuel. There's also a mouse nest. This probably happened when the car was sitting for a few years after the owner had passed away. Hoping this didn't do any damage to the car, but if it did, I'm sure we'll find out at some point. But if it's been sitting for 3 years, it's not gonna have any pressure anyway, right? But it should still drip. Yep. There was a small amount of fuel in the line at the fuel pump, so I went to pull the fuel line off the engine bay to see if bad fuel had ever been primed up in the system. Nothing! Yes! Hopefully this means there was no bad gas put through the injectors, so I don't have to worry about cleaning them out. Doesn't even smell like gas. So next, we're gonna jack the car up, take a look at that oil leak that's coming out of the bottom of the engine. The only reason I noticed is because I can see the drip on the ground, which is weird to think about a brand new 0-mile engine having an oil leak, but yeah, we're gonna jack the car up and take a look and see what it is. think it's that Fumojo thing there.
Yeah, I'd say so, because I mean...
It's dry up there. Well, no, that could be coming from there. This is leaking too.
Yeah.
So I need a O-ring gasket for the dipstick, and then like it looks like just a little O-ring thing for that as well. And that's my only. Ooh.
What's that?
Downpipe's bad. Yeah, do you see this?
There's a hole in it?
That's a hole. This mount broke. Probably just from the shock of transportation. Yeah, downpipe's cracked. I need a new downpipe. That sucks. Alright, well, I think that's all I can do today. It's finally time to tow the Legacy to the dealership. Got my friend Mark's friends. It's my friend Mark's friend's Suburban. And we're gonna hook up one of these U-Haul trailers.
Check engine light. Won't talk to the ECM.
So I need to get a new BCM?
No. The ECM doesn't even exist in the car.
Oh, lovely.
No check engine light means the ECM does not talk. ECM does not talk. Won't even bring it up in the scan tool. Your CAN bus, as in everything that's on that bus, airbag, engine, cluster, nothing talks. I'm an out.
And so we're stuck again. The ECM isn't hooked up somewhere. Something is either not plugged in or shorted out. I'll probably need to trace each wire under the dash, which, again, I'm not very good with doing. So unfortunately that's where we are right now. If any of you guys really know a lot of stuff about body control modules, feel free to contact us and help us out. But unfortunately, I'm not really sure how much help you guys could do. We're kind of stuck right now. But yeah, stay tuned for the next episode. I don't know how long it'll be because I don't know how long it's going to take to get this figured out. But we'll get there. We'll get there. It's definitely a slow project and not very exciting working on wiring stuff in this heat, especially. But we'll get there. Stay tuned.